I guess we should go take care of the bureaucracy, huh?
Ugh, bureaucrats.
Any objections?
I'm looking at a cool bug.
No bugs.
No bugs?
No bugs.
Really?
No bugs.
There are no exceptions from me, darling.
Looking troubled at the lack of bugs.
No bugs, no life.
Jill, there's no bugs. There should be little sandy bugs.
Good. If there's no bugs, that means there's no spiders to eat the bugs. I'm great.
So dry. And hot.
Or it means the spiders are large enough to eat other prey.
No. Do not. With that.
Those are the ones that are like crabs?
Yeah, eight legs. No, they kind of have a hard shell, but usually very spindly and walk very bad. Don't.
Uh-huh.
Pedipalps.
Sure. I know what that means.
Mandibles.
There. I think it's lawyer time.
Yeah.
think about laws.
Let's go hang out with some lawyers.
So you start heading down basically the one main street that this town has. As you are approaching the legal office, which is, this is appropriately elaborate for something built by elves. It's made of this pale stone that they probably had to import. There's lots of grand arches and columns, and it's all very artful. As you are approaching, you notice that close to it, on either side of this main street, there are two somewhat more well put together buildings than the rest of the town. On the left, you can see the way you're coming at it makes it very clear that this is just basically a very basic shack of a building, but with a very elaborate, eye-catching facade that makes it look like a high-class boutique. And there's a large banner hanging over the door, and printed on that banner are the words Savatier Exports. And on the other side, you see kind of a big fenced-in yard with a shack fairly close to the road that this appears to be a bar. The shack houses the bar itself, like where they keep the drinks, and then the rest is just tables and chairs scattered around this courtyard. It kind of looks like a nice California winery after the bombs hit. And then the legal office is dead ahead.
All right, let's take care of the unpleasant business first.
All right, cool. So you enter the legal office. And the inside is also like polished floors, lots of columns, lots of pillars and everything like that. There's a official-looking reception desk at the far end of the room. However, Cacophony, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. 16.
16, okay. You narrowly avoid slamming directly into a gold dragonborn as she comes rushing through the room.
Oh, hello!
She skids a little bit on the floor and some papers go flying, and she immediately bends down and starts picking up the papers going, I'm so terribly sorry. I'm so clumsy.
Sorry myself. I did not mean to run into you, my dear. And Cacophony, of course, leans down and starts helping her clean up and pick everything up and try to piles it back in order.
This is a somewhat slim and gangly by Dragonborn standards person, gold scales, wearing robes that appear to be associated with some kind of official status. And she wears these little round glasses on the edge of her nose that you can see the bridge of it has been kind of warped, probably as the result of having to constantly mend them with a mending cantrip.
Ah, adorable.
How tall is she?
How tall is she?
How tall is she, though?
6'3".
Fuck.
Dragonborn, they're tall.
Yeah, they start tall.
As I finish gathering everything up and like tidily tap it to hand it back to her, I go, my dear, is there any way I could help you? You seem to be rushing about in a bit of a hurry. Perhaps there's some way we could ease your time today.
Oh, no, I'm just on my way to speak to the captain to see if I can get an expedition mounted. I've just found some really exciting new research that I
my
hopefully
dear,
can...
we are But sorry to interrupt you. We are actually here to get our expedition license if you would like to perhaps come with us.
Oh, and she kind of looks at all of you, and you can see her eyes
I say
just kind of
inviting
clocking.
strangers with us, everybody.
Yeah,
Yep.
you can see her just kind of clocking weird outfits, magical items, and going. You can see her brain go, "Oh, adventurers!" And she's like, "Oh, that would be perfect, actually. If you could come with me, I'll head right to the captain's office." And she powers on through.
Yes, of course. As she goes ahead, Cacophony puts her hand to her chest and kind of swoons slightly.
The Dragonborn lady leads you through to a office in the back, which the office itself is quite spacious, as befitting the guy in charge of all you fucking fucks. There's quite a bit of books and scrolls on the shelves lining the walls. The captain himself is currently buried under a pile of paperwork behind the desk. This is an elf. Dark-skinned, kind of short dreadlocks with sort of a blue tattoo on one side of his face. And he's as he looks up and he sees the Dragonborn, he goes, Oh, Thesita, not again. And she immediately jumps into, now listen, I actually found some very interesting research this time around that could indicate the location of the Forgotten Tomb. And he immediately pipes in with, no, we've been over this. I cannot spare the resources to guard you while you go look for this thing that does not exist.
We can spare the resources, sir.
Hold on, I want to hear about the thing that doesn't exist.
Wait, what doesn't exist?
He seems to notice you guys for the first time, and
Hi.
he looks at the
Greetings.
Hello.
Zeta.
Hello, we can spare the resources, darling. I'd be happy to protect her.
No one said that.
I said it.
I'd like to know what things want to kill you before we go protect things.
Jilliana steps forward. Hi. We're adventurers. We're the crew of the Kestrel that just landed a couple minutes ago. We are looking to mount an expedition and for our own personal reasons, but this might coincide nicely and make everybody happy, particularly her, and hooks a thumb over a Cacophony.
She smiles and wiggles her fingers.
So let's talk business.
Captain kind of automatically starts pulling out some other papers and goes, okay, I need you to fill these out. These are the expedition licenses, 100 gold pieces apiece.
Per person or per party?
Per person.
All right.
So do you start filling out the paperwork?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, Juliana's going to glance over the paperwork first.
I'm just filling it out right away.
Do I just sign?
There's nothing too draconian here in terms of terms and conditions. It's
Can
mostly
you say draconian with a dragonborn
agreeing
in
to
the room?
abide-
That seems rude.
Yeah, I don't speak Draconian.
This is the GM talking. This is not the captain. I'm telling Annie what she's reading in the paperwork.
Are there any fill-in-the-blank questions on here, or are they all just check marks?
It's mostly just terms and conditions and then like name, rank, serial number, like identifying information. This is mostly like you agree that you will take off and land exclusively from Skyharbour, which is this town, that a certain amount of all money made off of selling and exporting what you have here will go to Skyharbour in the form of taxes, and that you will abide by a certain code of conduct within the bounds of the town itself.
Check, check, check.
I'm most concerned about the code of conduct.
The code of conduct is mostly like, don't murder people, don't start fights, don't steal from people, basic shit.
At the don't start fights code of conduct, I go, do you happen to have a tavern or anything like that that's named something funny that you're explicitly told not to ask about?
It's very important.
The captain just kind of looks, he goes, we have a tavern,
What's it called?
the Dead End,
Why is it called the Dead End?
because it's here.
Good
okay.
enough.
That's fine. Check mark.
Arturos kind of looks at the paperwork passively. Where do I sign?
You'll want to check all of these, Artie, and then put your name there.
Uh-huh. That
Okay.
one? What about that one?
While you're talking, Artie through things that he refuses to read.
Well, it's Draconian. I don't speak Draconian.
No.
How would I read
No,
Draconian?
hon, it's common.
No, you said Draconian. Somebody said
Okay, well, it's draconic. Draconian's a race.
Whatever.
So mark that down.
Draconian is also a term describing a certain totalitarian type of government, but you know what?
Not in
Fine.
Dungeons and Dragons.
I'm just gonna cheat my answers off of Cacophony's shoulder, but try and do it sneaky like.
I'm full on giving Cacophony my hand, like just where sign? There? That one?
I'll do it. I just sign Artie's signature for him.
Oh, wait. How do you know my signature?
Don't ask, darling.
What?
Don't think about it too hard.
Huh?
Don't worry.
Okay. Whatever. You said 100, right?
Yes.
And I minus 100 gold from our
everybody mark off 100 gold.
Yeah.
fucking nearly limitless fund.
Does he accept silver? So I can lower my silver
That's a
amount
great
I carry
idea.
Can
around?
we give you some silver,
Yeah,
though?
that's 1,000 silver.
Cool.
If you want to give him pocket change just to be petty.
I don't want to be petty. I just want to lighten my pockets. You feel me?
That's not what your usual goal is.
If your pockets are too heavy, they distort your figure. They change the shape of your outfits. It's just
It just messes with the silhouette.
yeah.
Wait, no, Arturos would know that. It just messes with the silhouette.
Anyway,
So you guys hand over the paperwork and the money,
Uh-huh.
and the captain kind of files that away. All right, you now all have license to mount expeditions on Harena now, and then he turns back to Thazita.
and what's her
goes,
name?
Thazita. Thazita.
Thazita?
Yep.
Okay.
No, Canadian, Zed.
Don't speak it.
Thank
I'm
you.
sorry, I don't speak that language.
Turns his attention back to Thazita and says, "No, you told me before that you don't want to trust any adventurers or treasure hunters with this expedition because you said, quote, they're a bit shady." And Thazita immediately goes, "Yes, but these ones are new. They just got here."
You don't know if we're shady
I
yet.
promise you, we aren't shady because we're too stupid to be.
Look at this goat. Would this goat do you wrong?
I'm lawful good. I can't be shady to save my life.
I do like the shade.
I'm chaotic good, so I can be shady to save my life, but that's about it.
This does not look like it reassures the captain at all, but he turns to her.
So, I'd love to know about this actual expedition we're thinking of being considered for.
Thazita turns to you guys and goes, "Oh, yes. So this would be an expedition to the Nameless Tomb, which is one of the few sites on the planet that has not yet been ransacked, which has me very excited, because it means that all of the cultural and linguistic artifacts there will be in their original provenance. We won't have to worry about figuring out where something originally came from. And it's very, very important because, near as I can tell, the civilization of Harena did their best to completely eradicate it from their records. Hence the name."
Mm-hmm.
Are there skeletons?
Is it cursed?
Maybe and maybe.
This sounds like it might align with our interests.
We don't know for sure, though. On a scale from 1 to super duper evil, how super duper evil does this sound?
Were we looking for curses? I don't remember.
We're looking for... I don't know if we want to talk about it. I on the one hand, I don't know if it sounds super duper evil, but on the other hand, I'm not sure if we have any other, shall we say, lines, and this sounds like it's part of the plot, so I feel like we should pursue it.
I mean, the thing is that Cacophony would actually say something is or is not part of a plot.
Plot is afoot?
I don't like the maybe on the skeletons, though.
They're probably skeletons, dear. There are skeletons pretty much everywhere we go.
It's a tomb.
I have a skeleton right now.
There's a mild undead infestation problem on the planet.
Okay.
There we go. Yes, there'll probably be skeletons, Alviva.
What about traps?
Almost
I
certainly.
like traps. Oh.
I'm just worried about curses. Because I had a bad one not too long ago.
You had several.
Kept messing with me. I had several. Or I had one that kept mutating? I don't know.
Hey, Cacophony, do you still have those notes in your inventory of the things from Takaris that mentioned Harena in the first place?
Oh, yes, I do. One moment, dear. She pulls out the journal written in Elvish.
Can you just glance at that for me? The relevant sections.
Of course, 1 second.
Thazita, by the way, as soon as you pull out this journal, she starts gravitating towards you.
Cacophony, of course, moves sideways so Thazita can kind of read over her shoulder.
Let me just check whether she reads Elvish.
I mean, she would probably...
She's
this whole
working with an
planet
Elvish government, so probably.
Probably at least, enough
she
for
does
church.
not, but she reads Draconic.
Oh, okay.
How does Cacophony manage to do this everywhere we go?
I mean, look at her.
Yeah. Okay. I rest my point.
Thazita looking over your shoulder. She can't read it, but she's go, "Where did you get that?
Off-world.
Interesting." She starts trying to crane her neck more, starts reaching out to, maybe try and flip a page.
Hey.
I will be honest, doesn't really seem to say anything about Horeno. Might be useful to guide us forward.
Okay. But she said the expedition or something was recent to Horeno, right? Relatively, or that it was a newer thing? I don't remember the exact wording. It was a long time ago, and I was under a lot of stress.
It's almost like it was nearly a year ago.
Shh. Hush you.
I feel like I wasn't even there.
Yeah, quick note, you might want to look at the lab notes instead of the journal. If you have that, which I don't. I think Tuatha has the lab notes.
I think Tuatha had the lab notes. Can you just,
God damn it, Tuatha.
drop that into someone's shit?
Or
Do
could
you
one of
still
us
have
roll
those?
intelligence to see if we remember?
Yeah, somebody roll intelligence to see how well they recall. It will have to be someone who was there. So Artie, you're out on this check.
No, not me.
Intelligence. I got a 10.
And Rio, the person, also doesn't remember.
Go for it.
I'll roll, but it will be hilarious if mine is
I
the
also
best.
got a
Oh, thank
10.
God. It's only a 4. That's accurate.
Cacophony and Jilliana got a 10.
Okay, Cacophony and Jill, you remember from the lab notes something about Takara saying that her expedition to Horeno would have to be delayed.
Okay.
So have any of you had a super evil lady who wears all black show up to try and go on an expedition?
And then she turns to the captain, and the captain goes,
Super goth.
"Can't say I recall that. Someone wearing a lot of black wouldn't do particularly well
All right.
here."
That's good. That's a great
is
sign,
this?
honestly.
Has there been any particular expedition site that's been previously accessed that's had a lot of activity in the last 6 months?
Especially in regards to evil things?
There's been a lot of clamor to get to the Nameless Tomb from a lot of different factions. The only thing stopping a lot of them is that most people don't know where it is.
In that case, again, I think we should follow Thazita.
All right. That sounds like it's the best lead we've got then.
Is it insight to check someone's on the up and up?
Yes.
What skill is that? I'm gonna just... I'm
Insight.
staring at him suspiciously, and I rolled an 8.
Thazita seems really enthusiastic. Captain's kind of hard to read. That's what you got.
Okay. I've got my eye on them.
Oh, I do have a mild question. What is your opinion on owlbears?
Who are you directing this question
The
at?
captain. On this planet, I mean.
There aren't any.
Juliana just slowly turns to stare at Cacophony.
Yes, Jill.
I think that sounds like a question you shouldn't be bothering people with.
I mean, it's an important question to me personally.
Oh, sure, it's important to you personally, but I'm not sure everybody needs to know about that particular part.
It's a question.
Setting that aside, Juliana just sort of looks at the party. Okay, so all in?
Yes, of course.
I'm always all in.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was still a yes. Jill turns to the Zeta. Okay, you need a party?
Yes, and I'm willing to pay each of you 500 gold from the Seeker's Discretionary Fund to cover your expenses and labor.
Sure.
I think the
Oh,
captain
that's
will be
nice.
amenable to that.
Excellent.
She sticks out her hand.
All right, and Thazita immediately shakes it. Her grip is quite strong and a little warm because she's got metallic scales and she's been out in the sun.
Adorable.
Adorable.
Yes.
Yeah. She says, okay, in that case, you should all definitely stock up on some supplies before you head out. I have some additional things to take care of with the captain to ensure transportation, and I will meet you all at the stables tomorrow morning.
Sounds good. Is there a potion shop here?
If there was anything like that in town, it would probably be at Savatier Exports.
Okay, thank you. And if you would care to join us for dinner, we'd all be happy to chat with you, of course.
We would like to get to know each other beforehand.
Yes, that sounds great. In that case, around sunset, I should be free if you want to meet at the dead end.
Yes, that sounds wonderful. Delightful.
Great. That's so great. I'm so happy to be working with you guys. I will see you later then. Bye-bye.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.
And she immediately goes and starts talking about various arcane and very boring things with the captain, who just kind of, you can see his head slowly lower into his hand as you guys walk out.
Oh, she's disgustingly cute.
She's so cute. Cacophony, in fact, says that as we leave. She just kind of clutches her hand to her chest and goes, oh my gosh, she's so cute.
Yeah, no, like...
Yeah, no, she's very cute.
Yeah.
Wait.
She has very pretty scales.
Mm-hmm. Very shiny.
Too tall, though.
Cute glasses.
Everyone's too tall for you.
You shouldn't be so tall.
I can't help it. You shouldn't be so short.
How dare you? I'm the perfect height.
She's the same height as me. When I'm in heels and Cacophony. But she's the same height as me.
You can look each other in the eye.
Yes.
Through the little glasses.
Little glasses.
Adorable.
Okay, shopping's probably gonna take a while. Should probably jog back and tell the captain we've accepted a contract.
Probably.
I'll do that. I'll meet you guys at the exports.
Sounds good.
All right, cool. So, Jill, you jog back to the ship real quick. As you head up the ramp, you can see the captain is sort of leaning against the rail, watching the various treasure hunters who work here. Kind of every once in a while, a group of people stop and kind of look at the ship, and then the captain will make it very clear she's holding a gun, and they'll move on. And meanwhile, various other crew members are doing maintenance, repairs, resupplying as much as they can in a place that has very little supply. But you head up the ramp to the captain, and she's like, "Oh, you're back very soon."
I mean, I'm mostly making a pit stop. You look like you're keeping occupied.
In a manner of speaking, sure.
Okay. Well, business to talk about. Do you want to do that in earshot, or do you want to step back a little from your perch there?
She kind of looks around, sees that nobody particularly shady is approaching the ship, and just kind of indicates the bridge. So you guys head in there, and she closes the door.
Okay. I'm gonna meet everybody else back at the store because, of course, we're going shopping.
Oh, of course.
Right. We ended up stumbling into a contract that actually sounds pretty promising.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard of the Nameless Tomb?
Can't say I have.
Right. Well, it's apparently everybody's been trying to get there. It's very difficult to find. Seems like it's completely unransacked, which is interesting. But we ended up stumbling across a gold dragonborn lady that seems to know how to get there. Yeah.
So how's Cacophony doing?
Oh, smitten. She's got little glasses.
Oh, no.
And she's awkward.
Oh, no.
Yeah. No, she's going to be bent up over this one real good.
Okay, I'll start getting everyone ready to deal with the aftermath of that one.
Yeah, I would appreciate that. Thanks. So yeah, if you could like stock up on some cocoa, that'd be super. But she offered us a contract for 500 per person on a matter of basically all the supplies and necessities and stuff. So we should be well paid for this one.
All right, good. Not that we have to worry about money for a while.
Right, but it's always good to have an actual income stream. But we're meeting her tomorrow morning. We're meeting her for dinner tonight, or maybe Cacophony's just meeting her for dinner. I wasn't totally clear on the arrangements on that one, but somebody's getting to know her.
Okay.
And we're meeting up tomorrow morning to mount an expedition out to this Nameless Tomb. I have no idea how far away it is, but apparently she's already got transport arranged because we're meeting at stables, so I guess you guys can hold tight for a while.
All right, well, keep in touch as much as you can.
Yeah, I can prep a sending, and try and keep that on my roster, so I can keep you guys appraised if anything goes super duper south, which, undead infestation in a giant tomb, probably something's gonna go south.
All right, well, we will do our best to wait as long as possible after you inevitably drop out of contact and die.
Yeah, it happens.
Well, good luck, I guess.
Thanks. I guess.
And she kind of gives you a nod and then heads out of the bridge back to her perch on the railing.
Real quick, while Jill's here, she is going to basically rummage around in her things and grab a couple things.
Okay, cool.
Basically, I want to... I think Cacophony has the water bottle of holy water in it. I basically want to grab like a small vial and a cord to keep around Jill's neck and basically take some of the water from that and put that in there and use that as a secondary spellcasting focus.
Cool. Just in case your hammer goes potentially missing.
Yes, exactly. Also, it's a metaphor.
I want everybody to know out of character that I'm looking forward to the moment where we find a creepy old book and Tazita accidentally reads it aloud and summons all the undead.
Accidentally?
Yeah. On purpose.
Look, we all know it's happening.
Out of character, I'm very into this whole dungeon tomb exploring adventure business. I don't think Alviva's particularly hyped on account of the skeletons, but...
Okay, and then Jill's gonna head back to the exports.
All right, cool. In the meantime, the rest of you headed directly towards this shop. As mentioned, it's just basically a great big shed with a very fancy facade on it. And I assume you guys just head on in, or are you waiting for Jill?
I'm heading in.
No. Yeah.
I take a while to shop, and I know this.
All right. You guys enter, and inside the shop is kind of fairly sparsely stocked. There's a lot of shelves, but the shelves aren't particularly full, and it's mostly kitsch from what you can see.
But tell me
it's
more.
Trinkets and stuff. Some of it might be real. Some of it is definitely not.
What do we like? Paint me a word picture.
There's some little statuettes. They're definitely fake. There's a lot of jewelry, some of which is fake, some of which is real. There are some tablets, one of which is definitely plaster, but a couple of others which appear to be actual carved stone from an actual tomb. The language on all of this, what languages do you read?
I only have Elvish. Elvish and Common, I think.
Yeah, if you only had Elvish, I would have concerns.
I have Elvish, Common, and Thieves can't. That's it.
So you can't really read the language on any of these.
That's fine. Like a tourist in another country that can't barely speak the language, I pick up one of the little tiny statuettes and I go, Alfiva, wouldn't this look incredible in our room on the board? The ship?
What is it a statuette of?
I hope it's like a skeletal cat.
I was also thinking cat.
Oh, like one of those, like actual skeletal cat or like Halloween, like
one of those
plastic
Halloween
cat?
Ones where it has like
Ear
like where it has
bones?
the ears for some reason.
Yes.
Yeah, the entire interior here is a lot like that one store at the mall.
The Spencers?
No, that's your mall, Kit. We don't have that mall.
The Spencers or
mall.
the weird one with the incense and the rugs and like occasional like little jade figurines.
The second one.
Okay.
And a very white person behind the counter.
Of
that
course.
I have seen a dead cat. This is not what a cat skeletal structure looks like.
Of course
This is
not. Their ears
inaccurate.
aren't made of bone, but this looks incredible.
And skeletons are bad. They're hard to stab. I don't know why you would want a skeleton cat. Like, look over there. Look at that nice cat. That cat has skin. I like that cat.
Describe this cat.
It's one of those like obsidian and gold kind of looking ones. It's very regal.
That one is one that looks like it's cursed.
You think that the cat with skin is the one that's cursed, and
Yes.
your cat that's dead skeleton cat is the one that's fine.
That one's cute. The skinned one is definitely cursed.
It's not. It's majestic. It's regal.
Okay, counter offer, Alviva. Counter offer. How about if we get one of these weird ones hanging on our wall, and the weird one in question seems to actually be a statue of, let's say it's like a statue of what looks to be like one of those wedding toppers, but it's just like a guy running from like a boulder that's chasing him down the hill. And it's very kitsch. It looks like some guy made it and is obviously trying to sell this on the market just to make it ends meet. It is not very good. It's kind of lumpy looking.
Yeah, okay, I like that one. Okay. Yeah, that's great.
Cacophony
That's very
picks that
funny.
one up.
As you are picking that up, you hear a swish from through a beaded curtain as a rather tall human man comes through. He's about maybe in his mid-50s to early 60s, well-trimmed beard, well-trimmed hair, salt and pepper, and he's wearing a cravat.
I love him already. He's evil, but I love him.
Yeah, the cravat seems like a bad choice considering the climate, but he's working it.
What color is the cravat?
What?
The cravat is like this really deep purple.
Oh yeah, this guy's evil.
No, I don't think he's evil. I think he's just immoral.
Okay, fair.
He's just opted out of morality. He's not actively evil.
Arturos thinks this guy's nice.
Ah, good evening, sir. I admire your fashion choices. It's absolutely wicked.
Why, thank you. I can help but admire yours as well. And he's looking at the fact that you like easily have a tit hanging out in your Indiana Jones outfit.
Yeah, my sexy Indiana Jones outfit. Thank you very much.
I remember the stuff you guys said you were wearing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't remember at all.
I'm in a sexy Indiana Jones outfit.
I'm dressed up like Evie from Mummy.
I remember what Cacophony's wearing, and I don't remember what I'm wearing, which says a lot about my kind of feeling about things.
Yeah, no, if I had an outfit change, I legit don't remember.
Slutty adventurer.
Maybe, probably. Booty shorts? I don't know.
Probably booty shorts.
I feel like I would have picked Laura Dern from Jurassic Park.
You
or
did
Dr.
pick
Gordon.
Laura
you
Dern from
did.
Jurassic
You
Park.
definitely did.
Yeah, alright. I
Now
always
you
go
say
to
it,
Laura
you
Dern.
definitely
I like
did
that you know
that.
yourself.
Yeah, I know myself. I can get back there. I don't remember it, but I know that I always go to Laura Dern.
I don't know myself.
It's probably booty shorts.
It's
Yeah,
probably
let's
booty
be real.
shorts. Yeah, okay. Anyways,
What do they say? Across the ass.
Artie doesn't read.
It says adventurer, is what it says.
That's a lot of letters.
It's
That's
very
okay.
small rhinestones.
You have to really squint. You have to get in there.
You have
Catches
to really
the light, really blinds
get
you.
in there.
Excuse me. Can I read your ass?
He sticks it out for you. Of course.
So while you guys are doing that, Cacophony, I assume you're approaching the desk at the back.
Oh yeah, I'm approaching the desk and I put the lumpy guy running from the boulder down. I was like, I would like to purchase this, please.
He looks at it and he goes, "Are you sure?"
Yes.
All right. Is there anything else I can interest you in?
Do you have any potions?
Yes, I do. Excuse me for a moment. And he heads back, and you're starting to get the sense that all the stuff that's actually valuable is in the back room. And he comes back out, and he's got like a whole like kids' chemistry set worth of vials. And he sets that down, and he goes, "Now, I have approximately 10 basic healing potions and 2 greater healing potions."
We'll take them all.
Excellent. The basic ones are 50 gold apiece, and then the greater ones are 500 gold apiece.
Hey,
All right.
wait, no, that's a lot. That's a lot of gold.
It is a lot of gold, dear, but we're going on an expedition.
Yeah, no, well,
Not the greater ones.
not a good bargain.
Well, do we just want the lesser potions? That's a good price. That's about the price we always got back home. I mean, we tended to get discounts because we do favors,
Say yes.
but I'm not in a position to do favors.
I
here.
mean, we're doing a wholesale. Can't we get like a discount for wholesale?
That's true. If we buy all 10 potions, is there any way we can get a mild discount for buying them as a group?
Roll a persuasion check.
You got it.
Can I help?
Yeah, can Artie help so I get advantage?
What's your charisma, Artie?
Oh, my charisma's +3.
Okay, yeah, you can assist.
Okay.
So would I?
23. I just get advantage, basically, because you assist me.
Okay.
All right, so at a 23, the man kind of raises one very elegantly arched eyebrow, and he goes, "I would be willing to let you have all 10 for, let's say, 400 gold."
That sounds brilliant.
All right, and he hands them over. Cacophony, mark off 400.
You got it. And I'm going to pass those out. There are 5 of us. No, there's going to be 5 of us once Thazita joins us. So I'm going to hand out 2 per person and save 2 for them and hand it to Thazita later.
Cool. Jill is also just now arriving back from the
Yeah,
ship.
so Jill shows up and I give her 2 potions. I know you don't necessarily need them, Dia, but just in case.
Huh? Oh, good. Yes, good. Thank you. Thank you. Juliana just, like, claps her hands on Cacophony's shoulders. Thank you for buying potions.
I also bought this nice little figurine for mine Elviva's room on the ship.
That's
you
your
haven't bought
business.
that one yet.
Oh, well, I'm going to.
I also have some other items of magical provenance if you think that those would be useful on
Love
whatever
to know about
expedition
them.
you're heading out on.
Yes, would love to know about them.
Let's see the goods.
Give me the goods.
All right, so he heads into the back and he brings out 4 like fancy item cases, like the kind, like, you know, basically it's a cigar box. And he brings them out onto the counter and he flips each of them open, and you see in turn one box containing a pair of gauntlets. That they're sort of rugged and rustic looking, mostly leather with some brass over the knuckles, and some very ominous like skull faces stamped into the leather. The second box contains a pair of goggles that have a distinctly avian appearance to them, almost like owl-like shape around the lenses.
The goggles, they do nothing.
Cacophony kind of nudges those towards Elviva for some reason.
Elviva's looking at it. Ooh.
The third case contains, I'm gonna be honest with you, with the art I picked, it's a rainbow zebra cowboy hat.
I am
Oh
interested.
my god.
And
Tell
then
me
the
more.
last box is very small, and it just contains a slightly larger than average pearl.
Okay.
Now, if something catches your interest, I would be more than happy to explain further.
What's with the pearl?
This is a pearl of power. This has the ability to rejuvenate one's spell casting capabilities.
Really? Go on.
Yes, there's a command word that you can speak, and it will allow you to. This is the GM talking. It lets you regain an expended spell slot.
Just one?
Yes.
Is it a single-use
But
item?
it's like 1 per long rest, if I recall correctly.
Okay, so
from
it
when I
does
had one, right?
recharge.
It recharges at dawn.
Yeah, that one.
Okay, so every day.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So basically, you get an extra slot every day.
Right.
Yes.
Any level?
Up to 3rd level. If it's 4th level or above, your new slot is 3rd level.
Interesting. How much?
This one is probably about 3,000 gold.
Whoa. Hmm.
And tell me about this hat.
That's the hat of relative concentration.
Oh, God.
Tell me more.
Well, you see, while wearing this incredibly obnoxious hat, basically, you get advantage on concentration checks. However, any creature within 30 feet that can see you, including your allies, has disadvantage on concentration checks.
Amazing. Delightful.
Mm.
I love it, but my friends have all more prone to concentration checks than me.
Huh?
Boy, it would help us when Artie does something.
What? Huh? I was looking at that hat.
And the owl goggles
Yeah,
for my friend.
what's up with the bird eyes?
Oh, these are the goggles of night. If you are of a persuasion that can't see in the dark, this will allow you to see in the dark out to 60 feet.
Yes. Good.
Yeah.
How much for those?
These would be 5,000 gold.
Oof.
But do they look good?
They look pretty cool.
And
I'm
the
gonna be honest with you.
And the skull gauntlets.
These are the Gauntlets of Ogre Power, which massively enhance one's strength.
And the detriment?
There isn't one.
I imagine the detriment is having higher strength, so you break doorknobs sometimes.
Well, that's fair.
And how much for those?
Oh, the gauntlets would be about 5,000 gold as well.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, he knows he can charge this.
I'd like to see in the dark, but that is a lot of gold. I don't have that much gold. It would be nice for when Cacophony doesn't leave a light on and I stumble trying to get into my fucking bunk bed. But
I'm sorry, I have dark vision.
I know, and I don't.
I do think that us having this pearl of power would be nice, just so Juliana can, bring us back to life if one of us dies and she's out of life.
Oh,
That's
that's right.
reasonable.
Do you have any diamonds on hand?
What size were you looking for?
She fishes out the diamond that she hasn't had to use yet. About yay big.
Oh, yes, I have a few of those.
Mm.
It needs to be precisely 300 gold worth.
Yeah, basically, tell me how much gold worth of diamonds you want to buy, and he's got it.
I should probably buy at least one more.
All right. So you now have 2 300 gold diamonds. Mark off 300 gold.
If we combine all of our money, can we get Jill this pearl power?
Yeah, I think if we can, it's worth it.
Okay. I've got 600 left.
Well, how much? What is the plat to gold conversion again?
It's times 10, basically. So 10 plat equals 100 gold.
Okay.
How do you only have 600 gold left? You had like 3,000.
We split it all up.
And then gave half of it to the ship.
So I have, if I take my silver and my plat, I get 700, which gets us a good amount of the way there. So we just need to get to 3,000. I think with the rest of us, we can do that.
Yeah, because I've got like 800 gold, and then I'm trying to remember because it's actually electrum, not silver. What's the conversion of electrum pieces?
I can't remember.
5 electrum pieces is 1 gold.
Right.
Okay, the electrum, that's, yeah. Am I supposed to have 3,479 electrum?
Yes, I think
Yes,
so.
you
I
are.
have.
Right, okay, well that's where a lot of the gold went.
Yeah, because he gave you something like 69,420 electrum pieces.
Yeah, that sounds like a Christopher Sims.
Okay, so I can give 700. Who else can donate to get this for Jill?
Here's the thing. I want to bargain.
Okay, you want to haggle, then haggle.
Then haggle.
Then haggle. All right.
Haggle your little heart out.
So the pearl. How much did you say it was again?
3,000.
3.
Like Arturo's nose from pearls.
I don't know if it's worth 3,000. It only does the 1 spell slot. It's not very big. It's got a little bit of a chip over here. Let's say we go 1,000.
Roll a persuasion check.
I definitely will. Ah, shit, it's 12.
See his eyebrow kind of go up, and he goes, I'd be willing to drop it no lower than 2,500.
2,500 for this? Trying to see how to...
There's
wait.
there's a rating system for pearls.
Hold on. Arturo's casually starts running his fingers along the counter with his signet ring on his hand. Like,
Okay.
bringing it down to, say, 1,500, it would be really doing us a favor.
Cacophony to aid this, noticing that he does this, and she kind of casually slips her hand into her pocket and pulls on her fake signet ring. The one that she used to pretend to be noble and fool the lady all of that in her backstory with. And then she casually just kind of scratches at her face to show it off.
We often trade in favors. In my circles. It's really a bargain I'm offering for you.
Jill, are they flirting? Is this flirting?
No, I'm...
A little bit, but not quite in the way you think.
Remember
Okay.
the whole noble thing. Where are you? I have so many fucking things.
I feel kind of skeeved out.
Yeah, I know. Well,
Position of privilege.
you should be skeeved out by nobility. That's a reasonable thing to
It
feel.
feels kind of gross.
Yeah,
Cacophony in front of them gives a nod and a thumbs up to keep out by nobility.
nobles are kind of gross.
Rude. The common folk make every effort to accommodate you and avoid your displeasure.
Okay. The way that's being phrased sounds like an intimidation check, and I'm willing to say that Cacophony is assisting you there.
Okay.
That means you get advantage.
26.
Oh!
Net fucking 20!
Super skeevy. Skeevy as hell.
I got a natural 20.
So uncomfortable.
Oh. Nobility is disgusting.
Yeah. Just make it stop.
Here's what happens. The moment the signet rings come out, you can see him kind of freeze up a little bit. And there's a little bit of, apprehension there, not quite edging into fear. And he immediately, as you're saying this, goes, oh, well, in that case, I would be willing to drop it to 1,200.
Oh, what a fantastic offer.
That sounds wonderful. Thank you. I can cover 700 of that. Surely the rest of you can manage 5.
Yeah, I can do
Yeah.
500 for sure.
And I hand over 700 of it.
Okay.
It's mostly silver. There's some platinum in there too.
I just do 1,000 electrum because I'm still trying to, it's heavy.
Okay, so
Here you
that's
go.
500 gold. 700 and 500, so that's 1,200 there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, Jilliana, you now are the proud owner of 1 Pearl of Power.
Well, fuck.
Cacophony then puts away her fake signet ring before anyone can realize it's fake.
Arturos does
Jill
not
just
do
kind of
that.
holds it like, thanks.
Always happy to be of service.
I feel somewhat uncomfortable about how all this happened.
Now, if I may, how much for this statue from the front?
Oh, that's 10 gold.
Here you go. And she hands off 10 gold.
Don't spend it all in one place.
That is not worth 10 gold.
Oh, we're
It's
doing this
absolutely worth 10 gold to me,
That
Artie.
is worth 10 copper.
Oh my god, please don't push your luck.
Artie, it's absolutely worth 10 gold in my
I mean,
heart.
you can pay whatever you want. I'm just saying.
Arturos, please.
Maybe we should get both of the kitty cats. We should get both of the kitty cats, Cacophony. I've been thinking about it. I think they could be friends.
I'm afraid that I've used my money.
I'm keeping an eye on those gloves. I'll be back for those gloves.
Gem Jammer is performed by Lexi Peppers, Annie Creighton, Kit Walker, Mackenzie Weaver, and Rio, and is edited by Jake Mason. Our character designs are by Rio, who you can find at vriosart on Twitter, and our cover art is by Canary Witch, who you can find at doodlesfromthebird.tumblr.com. Our opening and closing music is by Reckoning Storm AudioWorks. For more episodes of this show and our other shows, as well as news, check out our website at crookedrussiancamp.horse. So yeah, we just arrived on Death Planet. I narrowly convinced you guys not to bring Lachlan with you because he would die on Death Planet.
Whose fault is that, frankly?
It's me for giving him 27 hit points.
We also awkwardly found out that Lachlan's a druid, and none of us had known this.
Yeah, we
You
discovered
knew he
that.
had to be a spellcaster.
Okay, but
A lot of us can do spells and we're not spellcasters, so